I'm feeling very good. I think my fight will be very strong, and I'm so excited to step in the cage and show other people my skills.
Valentina Scatizzi drops a massive bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, calling her a fake warrior ahead of their highly anticipated PFL Europe flyweight championship clash in Dublin. Scatizzi's call-out: "I'm very excited for this. I can't wait to step in the cage and fight. I'm ready, and I can't wait to show you who the real warrior is."
I'm very excited for this. I can't wait to step in the cage and fight, and I'm ready. And I can't wait to show you who is the real warrior. And just the
The Italian fighter didn't hold back, throwing verbal shots at the undefeated British prospect before what would become one of the most brutal finishes in women's MMA history. What happens when trash talk meets reality inside the cage? Today, we're breaking down the complete story of this explosive matchup, from the controversial call-out to the devastating finish that left one fighter with a horrific injury and the other holding gold and a massive $100,000 paycheck.
So it's funny because in Thai boxing, I never thought my clinch was any good, and then it came over to MMA, and now I seem to be using it all the time, so I'll take that one.
Well, you have the European flyweight strap. PFL has acquired Bellator, global MMA powerhouse, endless possibilities. What's next for Dakota Ditcheva?
Anything. Give me whoever you want, get me to fight wherever you want. I'll stay in Europe, I'll go to America, I'll clean them all out. Just give them to me one by one.
Well, I saw you come running over after the win. You said, "Give me the money." That's Pete Murray's job. So here's the big check. Dakota Ditcheva, your first ever women's flyweight European champion, $100,000, a belt, and an unlimited potential from Dakota Ditcheva. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Dangerous.
Stay tuned as we reveal the full story of how Dakota Ditcheva responded to the ultimate disrespect in the most violent way possible. Before we get into the carnage, let's talk about the build-up that made this fight personal. Valentina Scatizzi came into this fight with something to prove. The Italian fighter had earned her spot in the final through a controversial bye and a split decision victory over Lizzy Gevers. But instead of playing it safe, she decided to light a fire under the undefeated Dakota Ditcheva. I'm very excited for this. I can't wait to step in the cage and fight. I'm ready, and I can't wait to show you who the real warrior is.
I'm very excited for this. I can't wait to step in the cage and fight, and I'm ready. And I can't wait to show you who is the real warrior. and just the
The real warrior? That's a bold statement when you're facing someone with 9 finishes in 9 fights. Scatizzi essentially called Ditcheva a fake, questioning her warrior mentality and credentials. In combat sports, those are fighting words. But how did the Manchester native respond to this disrespect? Dakota Ditcheva didn't need to trade insults. Her response was measured, professional, but you could sense the fire burning beneath the surface. Ditcheva's response: "I think I'm kind of used to it. Obviously, I've done quite a few fight weeks now away from home. I feel like I actually deal with it a lot better when I'm kind of in a hotel and away from everything else. I mean, this one's probably been one of the most difficult ones. I feel like there's a lot of pressure for this fight. Obviously, we're kicking off PFL Europe. I'm the co-main event. I'm kind of like the face of PFL, so I've got to keep up this role that I'm in with my fighting. So, yeah, there are definitely a few new emotions this time, but I'm just happy to be here and just trying to soak up the experience.
I think I'm kind of used to it. Obviously, I've done quite a few fight weeks now out of like away from home. I feel like I actually deal with it a lot better when I'm kind of in a hotel and away from everything else. I mean, this one's probably been one of the most difficult ones. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in this for this fight. Obviously, we're kicking off PFL Europe. I'm co-main event. I'm kind of like the face of PFL, so I've got to like keep up this, like this role that I'm on with my fighting. So yeah, there's definitely a few new emotions this time, but I'm just happy to be here and just trying to soak up the experience.
Notice how Ditcheva acknowledged the pressure but didn't feed into the drama? That's the sign of a true professional. While Scatizzi was trying to get under her skin, Dakota was focused on one thing: showing up and performing when it mattered most. The 25-year-old knew she carried the weight of PFL Europe on her shoulders. She was the face of the promotion, the undefeated knockout artist that everyone wanted to see. This wasn't just about proving Scatizzi wrong. It was about cementing her legacy as the most dangerous female fighter in Europe. And oh boy, did she ever prove her point.
And one loss, representing Italy and fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, Valentina Scatizzi!
December 8th, 2023, Dublin's 3 Arena. The stage was set for Dakota Ditcheva to answer all her critics in the most violent way possible. From the opening bell, Ditcheva came out with bad intentions. She utilized her world-class Muay Thai striking, landing devastating kicks to the body and head. But when Scatizzi tried to close the distance and use her wrestling, that's when things got brutal.
Come on in.
Long and rangy.
Brutal. Ditcheva, like UFC legend Anderson Silva before her, trapped Scatizzi in the Thai clinch and unleashed absolute hell. Knee after knee after knee, to the body, to the face, relentless and unforgiving. This was the daughter of former kickboxing world champion Lisa Howarth, showing exactly where she got her fighting genes. Scatizzi, to her credit, never went down. She absorbed punishment that would have crumpled most fighters. But her body, specifically her left eye, told a different story. By the end of round 1, the damage was catastrophic. Massive swelling, purple bruising, and complete closure of the eye.
Valentina Scatizzi. Oh, nice right hand. Drives it straight
was
through.
clean. That beautiful from Dakota, beautiful pump. This could be it, guys. But there's that toughness again.
It's going to take a lot to get Valentina Scatizzi.
Ditcheva even pointed to the injury in the final seconds, knowing exactly what was coming. The cage-side doctor took one look and immediately waved off the contest. Despite Scatizzi's protests to continue, it was over. TKO victory for Dakota Ditcheva. 9 fights, 9 finishes. Now 10 fights, 9 finishes. And she was the inaugural PFL Europe flyweight champion.
I think the doctor's going to step in and stop this. I don't think she's going to be able to see out of that eye.
Another right hand there from Dakota Ditcheva, banking an unbelievable first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mavahedi calls a halt to the action at 5 minutes of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO on medical advice due to the fighter being unable to continue. Declaring your winner and 2023 women's flyweight champion, Dakota Ditcheva!
So let's address the elephant in the room. Valentina Scatizzi questioned who the real warrior was before this fight. Well, the cage answered that question definitively.
He's right here in front of our position.
Right.
He asked, "Can you see?" She said, "Yes." And then he held up 2 fingers.
Oh, that's really bad, guys.
That's the end of the fight.
Paul. Good Paul. Good Paul.
For the sake of fighter safety, that is the right thing to do, absolutely. Valentina Scatizzi is disappointed, but Dakota Ditcheva.
And she's a deserving winner this year. She really is.
Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Catherine, the Animal Corgina. She weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. Her record also undefeated at 6 victories, including 5 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
Catherine Corrigines sent a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva that would come back to haunt her. Catherine Corrigines: "So, I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first 3 that were kind of just..."
So I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first 3 that were kind of just...
The American fighter was ready for war. She wanted the challenge. She wanted to bang. But what she didn't know was that she was calling out a knockout machine. Dakota Ditcheva's response was ice cold and calculated. Dakota Ditcheva: "Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers."
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about like proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers. Yes.
All just talkers. Those words would prove prophetic. And after absolutely destroying Corrigines in brutal fashion, Dakota took to Twitter with a simple message that echoed through the MMA world. Actions speak louder than words. Dakota Ditcheva and Catherine Corrigines, a fight that shocked the entire USA. From trash talk to a brutal first-round finish, this match proved Dakota isn't just hype. She's a knockout machine.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hand of fake! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
Let's break it down. The tension before this fight was palpable. Catherine Corrigines, an aggressive American fighter with a reputation for toughness, wasn't backing down from anyone. She specifically called out Dakota, demanding the hard fight, the brawl, the battle. Corrigines came into this matchup with confidence, having fought through tough competition. She believed her aggressive style and willingness to engage in firefights would be the key to handing Dakota her first loss.
A lot of clinch work so far, all out from distance. Oh, right hand. And there's the clinch.
And it's going to be a battle of 2 types of clinches. Corrigines, of course, looking for the takedown. Ditcheva will look to stay in this clinch and try to set up knees to the body and shots upstairs with her punches.
But Dakota Ditcheva, she'd heard it all before. Throughout the entire PFL tournament, fighters talked. They promised, they threatened, and one by one, Dakota silenced them, not with words, but with knockouts. The British Muay Thai specialist had built her reputation on precision striking and devastating power. She wasn't interested in trash talk. She was interested in the results. And her Twitter response after the weigh-ins made her intentions crystal clear. She was there to prove Catherine was just another talker. The stage was set, the smart cage awaited, and only one fighter would walk out with their hand raised. When the cage doors closed at PFL 10, Catherine Corrigines had her chance to back up every word she'd said. She wanted to brawl, she wanted to bang, and for about 60 seconds, she tried.
Very good, kid.
In and out! Push.
Who's the cage? Who's the cage? Who's the cage?
Lovely.
Very good. Move away.
Circle. Yeah. Yes.
Nice work by Catherine Corrigines to catch one of those front kicks from Dakota Ditcheva, but then excellent counter wrestling from Ditcheva to pummel in.
From the opening bell, Dakota Ditcheva came out calm, yet calculated. She maintained her signature upright Muay Thai stance, controlling the center of the smart cage with the confidence of a fighter who'd been here before. Corrigines, true to her word, pushed forward early with that aggressive style she'd promised. But there was a problem. Catherine quickly realized she wasn't dealing with just another opponent. She was dealing with a different level of precision. Dakota began her work methodically. Stabbing front kicks tested the range. Stiff jabs forced Corrigines to react rather than initiate. Every movement was purposeful. Every strike had intention behind it. About a minute into the round, Dakota started to find her timing. She landed a solid body kick that made Corrigines step back, her body reacting before her mind could process the pain. Then came a clean right hand that snapped her opponent's head back violently. Catherine tried to implement her game plan. She attempted to close the distance and clinch, hoping to drag Dakota into the brawl she wanted. But Dakota easily shrugged her off and returned to striking range, maintaining the distance that suited her deadly skill set. The American fighter was game, but she was outclassed, and Dakota was just getting started. Then came the beginning of the end.
Regina's doing a great job of staying, keeping her back against the fence.
There's a plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one!
Dakota landed a clean combination. A right hook followed immediately by a left body shot that visibly hurt Corrigines. You could see it in Catherine's eyes, the realization that she was in serious trouble. As Corrigines backed up toward the cage wall, survival instincts kicking in, Dakota pressed forward like a predator sensing wounded prey. She threw a flurry of punches with deadly accuracy. Each shot was thrown with bad intentions. Each strike was designed to finish the fight. The American fighter crumpled, and without hesitation, Dakota followed her down with brutal ground and pound shots. The referee had seen enough. He quickly jumped in to stop the fight, giving Dakota a first-round TKO victory. Another knockout, another statement, another fighter silenced. The commentary said it all. Dakota Ditcheva with a right hand. And the finish, another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
Catherine Corrigines wanted the hard fight. She got it. She wanted to brawl and bang. She tried. But Dakota Ditcheva proved once again that when you call out a knockout machine, you better be ready for the consequences. It was another statement win for the undefeated rising star, proving she wasn't just hype, but a serious force in the flyweight division. This wasn't an isolated incident. Dakota Ditcheva has made a career out of proving her doubters wrong. Not with words, but with knockouts.
Jab. 1, 2. Jab. Double. Jab. 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 Double. Double up.
Taila Santos came in with confidence, full glam, red lipstick, and designer sunglasses. She blew kisses at weigh-ins, threw subtle jabs, even applied fresh lipstick before walking to the cage. She wanted to play mind games. Dakota played a different game. She waited until the cage doors closed, then systematically dismantled Santos with technical striking. The Brazilian wanted to brawl. Dakota gave her a masterclass instead. By round 2, Santos's confidence showed cracks. A crushing knee to the body, a short elbow to the jaw, and precision ground and pound ended the fight. The lipstick was gone. The smirking stopped. Valentina Shevchenko called Dakota overrated before their April 2024 title fight. She claimed Dakota had never fought someone like her. The Italian came out aggressive, even managing to clip Dakota with a right hand early. But Dakota remained composed. A lightning-fast head kick, a devastating body shot. Clean counters that stunned Valentina. By round 3, Dakota landed a left hook that buckled her opponent's knees, followed by a spinning kick flush on the jaw. Another dominant victory, another championship secured.
Very difficult to put away.
Oh!
Beyond a power strikes.
And that'll do it! Dakota Ditcheva with the third round finish.
What a finish. Beautiful work. Hard shot to the body. She's still hurt. Still can't breathe.
Gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge.
I love to crush dreams, so let's go.
Emma Bragg drops a massive bombshell on ring disrespect and almost slapped Dakota Ditcheva before their championship bout. But Dakota fired back with the perfect response that left Emma broken and in tears on the canvas.
When you make me watch 4 bad boys. Yeah, play both ways, Dad.
She is the current ISKA British champion. From Bolton, Muay Thai, Emma Bragg.
On November 1st, 2016, the ISA Flyweight Championship of Great Britain was on the line, and the tension was explosive. Emma Bragg walked into this fight with serious credentials: 21 fights, 15 wins, and only 6 defeats. She was the experienced veteran representing Team 2 in Bolton, her home territory. The crowd was behind her, and she had every reason to feel confident.
Fights, 8 wins, and not only a star of now, but touted as one of the real all-time stars of the future. And things go the way people believe they will for this young lady. Fighting out of Northern Spirit in Sale.
On the other side stood Dakota Ditcheva, the rising star from Northern Spirit in Sale. With just 8 fights and 8 wins, Dakota wasn't very famous yet. She was still early in her career, which gave Emma the confidence to not just challenge her, but to disrespect her. The physical differences were stunning. Both fighters competed at 50.5 kilograms, but Dakota stood incredibly tall for the weight class, giving her a massive reach advantage. The commentators couldn't believe the height difference when they faced off.
Mentality is everything in matches like these. Just look at the height difference there as they're brought together. Ditcheva, incredibly tall. I haven't got the stats on how tall she is, but as you say, goodness me.
But Emma wasn't intimidated. In fact, she was ready to make a statement before the fight even began. Before the fight, Dakota revealed her mental approach, and it was pure champion mentality. Nothing specific, really. You know, I train. I never specifically train for fights. I've never really seen on a fight before, not that I remember anyway. Probably been at shows, but not remembered that. So I haven't specifically trained for that. I've just worked hard throughout everything and, I don't know, spiritually and things like that, I just think positive. I don't think of anything other than winning. You never hear me say losing or anything like that, because I'm not here to lose. It's all about positive people.
Nothing specific really, I never specifically trained for a fight. I've never really seen Emma fight before, not that I remember anyway. I've probably been at shows but not remembered her.
Yeah.
So I haven't specifically trained for that. I've just worked hard throughout everything, and I don't spiritually, things like that. I just think positive, I don't think of anything other than winning. You never hear me say losing or anything like that, because I'm not here to lose.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's all about positivity.
This wasn't just confidence, this was certainty. Dakota didn't study her opponents because she didn't need to. She trained to be unbeatable against anyone. While Emma was focused on Dakota, Dakota was focused on perfection. The commentators picked up on this too. One analyst noted, Dakota is really the girl of the moment in the women's division. She's fighting seemingly effortlessly, causing girls a lot of problems. She fights at high tempo. She likes to come forward. She's very aggressive. She's very fit. All those things combined can cause any opponent problems.
I think Dakota is really the girl of the moment, and in the women's division, she's fighting with, or seemingly effortlessly fighting, causing girls a lot of problems. She fights at high tempo. She likes to come forward. She's very aggressive. she's very fit. So all those things combined can cause any opponent problems. She's fighting a much more experienced girl.
When these two stepped into the ring for the referee's instructions, the body language told the entire story. Emma Bragg stood there with a cold, focused stare, almost menacing. She wanted to intimidate Dakota, to show her that experience would dominate youth. There were reports that Emma wanted to slap Dakota right there, to humiliate her publicly and prove she wasn't afraid of the hype.
Corner, coming to you by way of Northern Spirit, Dakota Ditcheva.
But look at Dakota, all smiles, nice and calm, completely relaxed. You wouldn't even know she was about to go into a 5-round championship fight. Looking at the body language, Emma Bragg looking very focused, almost that cold stare. In contrast, Dakota looking very, very relaxed, all smiles, nice and calm. You wouldn't know she was about to go into a 5-rounder.
I think you've got to look at the favourite being here, Dakota.
Well, looking at the body language, Emma Bragg looking very focused, almost that cold stare. In contrast, Ditcheva looking very, very relaxed. All smiles, nice and calm. You wouldn't know she was about to go into a 5-rounder. Mentality is everything in matches like these.
The psychological warfare was already won. Emma's attempt at intimidation bounced off Dakota like nothing. And that positive mindset Dakota talked about, it was about to become Emma's nightmare. The opening bell rang, and Dakota didn't waste a single second. She came forward immediately with intent. Emma tried to use her experience and technique to control the pace, but Dakota's speed was on another level. A sharp jab-cross combination snapped Emma's head back and brought the crowd to life. Emma tried to clinch, hoping to slow the pace, but that's when Dakota unleashed her secret weapon, devastating knees to the body. Straight on the counter, Bragg pulled her into the clinch, trying to stick those knees in. Good turn by Dakota.
So Ditcheva straight on the counter. Emma Bragg pulling her into the clinch, trying to stick those knees in.
Good turn by Dakota.
But then Dakota got Emma into her clinch, and the destruction began. She'll step in, long knee again, get those long knees, and that's hurt her.
No arm across the body, those knees will still drive in.
Hurtful knees in that clinch.
This one, she'll step in long knee again.
Getting the long knees, and that's hurt Bragg early. It's come back to the corner. Daz Morris telling her the hands above the head. Try and get some air into the lungs.
That's a long time to be. You've got 1 minute 35 seconds. You've just given away a KO. That's a long time trying to survive that round for. And Dakota's going to walk straight in with that long knee again. It's really good line up with the body. Just line up the centre of the body. There's strong knees. Very good knee.
Well, you can see Emma Bragg desperately trying to shield the midsection, but there's just very little she can do.
The power difference was brutal. Dakota poured on a flurry of punches, and a clean shot sent Emma crashing to the canvas. She got up quickly, showing heart, but you could see it in her eyes. She had no answer for this. Moments later, another heavy strike dropped her again. Emma barely managed to survive the round. Come back to the corner. Daz Morris tells her hands above the head, trying to get some air into the lungs. That's a long time to be down. You got 1 minute, 35 seconds.
It's come back to the corner. Daz Morris telling her the hands above the head. Try and get some air into the lungs.
That's a long time to be.
Emma's corner was already in damage control mode. This wasn't going according to plan. As the second round began, Dakota had all the momentum. Emma tried to show resilience, throwing a few punches and a body kick, but Dakota closed the distance fast. Emma tried to clinch again, but Dakota's knees were absolutely brutal. The commentators couldn't believe what they were watching.
107 seconds needed for fastest hydration. She makes weight.
This Belarusian kickboxer is the biggest threat to Dakota Ditcheva these days. She's destroying every opponent who dares to step inside the cage with HER, known as Barbie by fans for her striking beauty, but don't let the nickname fool you. Once that cage door closes, she becomes something else entirely. Something ruthless, something devastating.
And we're seeing that.
Down goes, get her chin
She was caught. Maybe the confidence was too high. Barbie connecting with a beautiful shot.
PFL champion Dakota Ditcheva and veteran Belarusian striker Ekaterina Vanderyeva. We'll look at their fighting styles, their recent statements, and why this fight could shake the entire women's division to its core. Stay tuned as we uncover all the details of this brewing rivalry. Just days ago, Ekaterina Vanderyeva dropped a bombshell message across social media, directly challenging the undefeated PFL champion. Her words were clear and unfiltered. Dakota Ditcheva, you think you're the queen of this division? I've fought legends. I've beaten champions. Your impressive record means nothing to me. I am the biggest threat you will ever face. I've been destroying top-tier competition while you were still building your name. It's time the world sees what a true world-class striker can do. Come September, let's settle this once and for all.
Честно скажу, то, что было в прошлом, никак не повлияло на мою самооценку, потому что все как бы понимают, что, например, когда я с бунта на Супергерл боксировала, как бы были многочисленные экспертные мнения, когда считали очки многие, есть специальные как бы такие фирмы, которые этим занимаются, как бы все говорили, что это абсолютно как бы слитые бои. Что касается, например, тоже тот, да, вроде выиграл бой, пропустил сонную артерию, ну, блин, так бывает, было обидно, конечно, ну, чё так, вот. А последний, да, у меня было просто моральное уже истощение, честно сказать, хотелось уйти из спорта, что я и сделала, но как-то вот ушла вроде месяц назад, буквально Манчепиши предложил мне продление контракта, я просто сказала...
The post sent shockwaves through the MMA community. Vanderyeva wasn't just calling out Dakota, she was making a statement. This isn't trash talk for promotion. This is a seasoned veteran putting everyone on notice. Dakota Ditcheva didn't stay silent for long. The 26-year-old champion took to Twitter with her own message, and it was equally provocative. I've heard all the noise. I've beaten everyone they put in front of me. You want to talk about my record? Look at mine. Look at yours in MMA. You're a striker. I'm a complete fighter. You're experienced in Muay Thai. Congratulations. I'm the youngest champion in PFL history and the first British female MMA world champion. Before you come talking about being the biggest threat, check the scoreboard.
I mean, I've been telling you. I was trying to tell you, but...
You think they're going to listen now, right?
Maybe. I'm sure they'll still be moaning about me, but I'll just keep proving them wrong.
You're the first person to prove this system. Europe Belt World Championship. What's next for you?
Oh, I don't know. The world is mine. I don't know. We'll have to sit together with PFL and see what we can come up with. But I just beat the best girl that's out there out of any other division. So, outside of any other division. So, I don't know. Me and PFL, I'm sure, will come out with something amazing again. Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
The tweet sparked immediate reactions from fans and analysts worldwide. This wasn't just promotional banter. This was two elite athletes drawing a line in the sand. The gauntlet had been thrown down, and Dakota had picked it up without hesitation. Let's break down exactly who Ekaterina Vanderyeva is, because her credentials are nothing to dismiss. Born January 20th, 1991, in Minsk, Belarus, Vanderyeva is a 3-time Muay Thai world champion with a striking record that speaks volumes. She started her combat sports journey at just 16 years old, and by 17, she had won her first national championship in Muay Thai. What makes her truly dangerous? Her height advantage in her division, her knockout power. More than a quarter of her victories have come by knockout, and her extensive experience competing at the highest levels of combat sports worldwide. In 2011, she defeated future UFC champion Joanna Jędrzejczyk by majority decision to capture the WKN world title. She competed in one championship, faced elite strikers like Janet Todd, Jackie Bunton, and Supergirl Jeroen Sack. Her resume is filled with names that matter. The Barbie nickname comes from her teammates who noted her beauty and resemblance to the famous doll.